What's up, friends? Today is day one of VESC for me. I've got all of my equipment. My rails are going to be here in a little bit from the Float Life. I went with the varials with the W configuration because now that I'm VESC, I can pick my own custom nose height, and I think that's going to be the dominator on the trails with this 84-volt battery pack. Really excited to get everything programmed, plugged in, connected, and start testing and tuning this weekend. Kind of shitty. We do have some rain coming, so I won't be able to hit the trails around here anyway. But I am heading down to Austin on Sunday to ride with the crew down there at Reveille Peak Ranch. I've never been there. Supposedly it's legendary riding, and that's where the underground finals are going to be on April 1st of next year. So be good to get in a little practice and familiarity with that area. So what do I know about VESC so far? Not a whole lot of experience, just from conversations with we and Brian and Nico, talking with those folks a few times, learning what I can about the VESC. Pretty much, I'm going in blind and watching some YouTube videos. So as I watch a video that's helpful to me, I'm going to add it to a playlist so anybody else can just come right along behind me and copy and paste the same knowledge that I've picked up already. So look on my YouTube channel. I'll share a playlist on there for all the VESC videos that I am using to learn from. So right now, what I'm looking at is I've got my battery and my controller all plugged up on my workbench outside. The battery is charging. It is a CBCSO 84 volt, so it does have a built-in BMS, and there is an app for running and managing that BMS. It's just on the App Store called BMS Tool, and let's see, I'll just share this screenshot to the video over here. But these are the apps that I have so far. I sort of asked the community, what else do I need? Somebody showed me the Stormcore app that said I'd want that one. And what this looks like is the GPS mapping of your rides, all the information like you would get on the Onewheel app. You'll be able to get it from this app instead. So what I've seen so far is I'm going to have to go and configure the controller to see that I have an 84 volt battery, not a 72 volt battery, because right now it's telling me during the charge I've got like 110% battery charge, and I can see that it selects 72 as the 100% mark. So what is that, a 18P configuration or 18S 2P, whatever, 18S. The series is a cumulative voltage of the batteries. So just imagine if you take your traditional AA batteries, those are 1.5 volt a piece. So if you took 15 of those, let's just make it easy. Let's say you take 10 of those and put them in series, you're going to have a 15 volt power supply. And if you took 2 of those stacks of 15 and put them side by side in a parallel, in that situation you would connect the 2 positives at the end of each stack and the 2 negatives at the end of each stack, so you have a parallel battery. It's still 15 volt, but now you have twice the batteries to draw from. So that's where you can get like more torque and more range from by adding the parallel stacks. So that's what all the battery mumbo jumbo means. You just calculate the numbers. When somebody says, oh, I've got a 20S2P battery, which is what I have, you're taking the voltage from the battery. Usually they go off of the nominal voltage, which is like the middle. That's just the easiest way to say it. I have 3.6 volt per cell, and you multiply that by the 20. And let's see, let's do that right here because I'm not doing it in my head. Yeah, 20 by 3.6 is 72. So that's the nominal voltage of my battery. But 4.2 times 20 is 84. So opening the balance feature on the BMS app And first thing I noticed last night, that battery's been in storage for a while. It has not been connected to anything, so I expected to see a little bit of drainage, but my cell number 16 I'm a little concerned about. All the others were around 3.2 volt, and the cell number 16 group was at 2.7 volts. So that was a big variance, and it's the only cell that's been out of alignment with all the others. So I started messing around with the different features in that app, trying to see if I could initiate any kind of balance, and playing with the settings from the videos I've watched. Doesn't look like it has any effect whatsoever. So I'm going to try to reach out to a couple knowledgeable folks, and if I learn anything, I'll post that in the progress. But right now, it does not look like I can manipulate any kind of balancing, even though the features and the settings look like I should be able to. Doesn't look like I can change anything manually. So what we're going to do is just let it charge all the way up. With this battery, you don't have very many charging options. I got the battery from my bro over here in Carrollton in DFW, named Corbin, out of Rent eBoards DFW. That guy, I joke around, he's like the Marvel collector. That if there's something very rare, he's probably got it, because that man knows how to do some business. But I got a charger and a battery from him, and the charger is only a 3-amp charger. So not going to do any hypercharging on this battery. I've got other battery packs I can swap out if I feel like it. And it's not, that's the good thing about VESC. You just pop and swap whatever you want. You just need to have the right harness, and you can change all that depending on how much work you want to do. But all that to say, I'm going to let this finish charging all the way up, see if it does any sort of balance charging when it's done, and I'll check on the health of that cell number 16. It's been getting a little closer. It's only a 0.6 volt difference in that section. It was greater, and it's been staying around there. So that's the battery. I still have to modify the battery box today so it can fit in there, and I can close everything up and build this beautiful new board. Some of the parts are going to be recycled. I got a new Cush High coming from TFL. I got some Ignite 4mm foam grip tape. I got some new bang bumpers that I won from the underground circuit in Dallas. They're the Hulk 2.0. I can't wait to get those on there. Can't wait to start riding a W with a flat profile. I had some W rails before, but I was doing primarily trail racing, and I kept rubbing the nose on the uphills. It just got way too frustrating for me going back and forth between tails. Between straight rails at that time and W. So I just went 2 different boards of tail rails, went with that. So I'll update everybody on the progress of what I learned today, and there's plenty of other videos out there of people tearing their stuff apart. So let me know if you want to see that on mine too. I want to give a big shout out to Makers PEV, not just for this sweet t-shirt, but for my little Fokker 3.1, this sweet controller box, all set up and ready to go. Boom, chicka pow. I want to thank Corbin over at Rent eBoards for this sweet ass CBCSO 84 volt battery. Hard to come by. All right, cheers.